Chosen one, this is why God kept you single all this time. I have been guiding your life even in the quiet moments when you felt forgotten. And if you turn away now, you may miss the very truth that has the power to change everything for you. I kept you single, not as a punishment, but as protection, not as delay, but as preparation. And I want you to understand this deeply before anything else distracts your heart. What you thought was loneliness was often my hand removing what would have broken you. And what you called waiting was me shaping a future that could actually hold the love you have been praying for. This is not random, and it is not meaningless, because every season you walked through alone carried a purpose that is about to make sense. Stay with me in this moment, because what I am revealing now will lift a weight you have been carrying for far too long. Type amen if you agree. I kept you single because your heart was too valuable to be given to confusion, compromise, or people who could not recognize your worth. There were connections that looked right on the surface, but carried hidden pain beneath them. And I saw what you could not see. I saw the tears you would cry, the self-doubt that would grow, and the pieces of you that would be lost, trying to hold something together that was never meant for you. So I stepped in quietly, sometimes in ways you did not understand. And I closed doors you tried to keep open. I did not do this to hurt you. I did this to protect the future version of you that is stronger, wiser, and ready for something real. There were nights when you questioned your worth because others did not stay, and there were days when you wondered if something was wrong with you. I saw every one of those moments, and I never once agreed with the lies you attempted to believe. You were not rejected because you lacked something. You were redirected because I had something better. What left your life could not carry your destiny, and I will not allow you to settle for less than what I have prepared. I was building your confidence in places where no one else could reach, teaching you how to stand without leaning on someone who could not support you. If this is touching your heart, pause for a moment and show your support by liking this video, because it helps this truth reach others who are still questioning their waiting season. I kept you single because I needed your attention, your focus, and your growth to happen without distraction. When love comes at the wrong time, it can pull you away from the very purpose that would have made that love successful. I saw the dreams inside you that needed space to breathe, and I knew that if you were tied to the wrong person, those dreams would slowly fade. So I gave you time, not empty time, but time filled with lessons, growth, healing, and quiet transformation. Even when it felt slow, I was doing deep work inside you that no one else could do. You have changed more than you realize. You have become more patient, more aware, and more protective of your peace. You have learned what you truly need, not just what feels good in the moment. You have grown in ways that would not have been possible if you were constantly adjusting yourself to fit someone else's expectations. This version of you is not the same person who once begged for attention or tolerated inconsistency. This version of you is learning to value yourself, and that is exactly why the right person will recognize you when the time comes. Type 777 if you trust God. If this message has been confirming what your spirit has quietly known, subscribe right now and turn on every notification. Your spirit led you here. Do not let the algorithm decide if you come back. The next word released may be the one that answers what you have been carrying in silence. I kept you single because I was also working on the one who is meant to meet you. You are not the only one being prepared, and I do not bring two lives together until both are ready to build something that can last. If I had allowed you to meet too soon, you would have missed each other emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. Timing matters, and I do not rush what needs to be aligned. While you were growing in your space, I was shaping theirs, teaching them lessons, correcting their path, and preparing their heart to meet yours without damaging it. There is a reason why nothing stayed when it was not right. And there is a reason why your story has not unfolded the same way as others around you. I am not writing your life based on someone else's timeline. I am writing it based on what will truly fulfill you, not just temporarily satisfy you. You have seen relationships around you that looked complete, but were filled with struggle behind closed doors. And I knew that was not what you truly desired. So I held you back, not to deny you love, but to make sure when love comes, it brings peace instead of confusion. You must also understand that I was healing parts of you that needed attention before you could fully receive the kind of love you desire. There were wounds you carried quietly, patterns you repeated without noticing, and fears that would have affected any relationship you entered. I used this season to bring those things to the surface, not to expose you, but to free you. Healing is not always comfortable, but it is necessary, and I did not want you to build something new on a foundation that was still broken. Every time you chose to walk away from what felt wrong, even when it hurt, you were aligning yourself with my plan. Every time you said no to something that did not respect your worth, you were moving closer to what truly belongs in your life. I have been watching your choices, your growth, and your quiet strength, and I am pleased with how far you have come. You may not feel it every day, but you are no longer where you used to be. And that matters more than you realize. Someone watching this right now is still carrying the weight of believing they were left because they were not enough. This space exists to reach them. If this word has been doing something in you today, please support this mission through the link in the pinned comment below. You are not donating to a channel. You are investing in a space where someone who has given up on themselves can hear that they were never the problem. The link is pinned. Give from wherever your heart says yes. I did not keep you single to leave you empty. I kept you single to fill you with strength, clarity, and purpose, so that when love arrives, it does not complete you. It complements you. You are already whole in me, and the right person will add to your life, not take from it. What is coming is not meant to confuse you, drain you, or make you question your worth. What is coming will feel different, steady, and aligned with the peace I have been teaching you to protect. While others rushed into situations that looked beautiful at first and painful later, I kept you still even when it frustrated you. I was teaching you the difference between attraction and alignment, between attention and intention. I was training your heart to recognize peace instead of chasing intensity that fades. There were moments when you almost settled, when you almost convinced yourself that something was good enough just so you would not feel alone anymore. I saw those moments clearly, and I stepped in before you could go too far down a path that would have drained you. You may have called it bad timing, missed chances, or confusion, but it was my protection moving quietly in your life. I know the kind of love you truly desire, and I will not allow you to attach yourself to something that only looks like it. You deserve something that stands firm, something that does not leave you questioning your place or your value. Type 222 to receive miracles. Type 444 if you know the angels have been guarding your path through this season. I also needed you to build a relationship with me that was not dependent on another person's presence. When you stand alone and still find peace, still find strength, and still find purpose, that is when you become unshakable. I was drawing you closer, not to take anything away from you, but to give you something deeper than temporary affection. Many people lean on others for stability, and when those people leave, everything collapses. I wanted you to stand on a foundation that cannot be taken from you, so that no matter what happens around you, you remain steady within. You have learned to sit with your own thoughts, to face your own emotions, and to grow through them instead of running away. That is not easy, and many avoid it. But you stayed even when it felt uncomfortable. That strength you built in silence will carry you into a relationship that is not based on dependency, but on mutual respect and understanding. You will not lose yourself trying to keep someone because you already know who you are becoming. This is the kind of growth that cannot be rushed. And that is why I allowed time to do its work in you. There were times when you compared your life to others, watching them move forward while you felt like you were standing still. I saw the confusion in your heart, and I heard the quiet questions you never spoke out loud. But you were never behind. What I am doing in you requires a different pace, a deeper preparation, and a stronger foundation. If you had followed their timeline, you would have missed what I am forming in you now. I was also protecting your peace in ways you could not fully see. Some people were drawn to your kindness, but were not ready to honor it. Some were attracted to your light, but did not have the capacity to keep it safe. I removed those connections before they could damage what I am building inside you. It may have felt like loss at the time, but it was actually preservation. I was keeping your heart intact for something that will not take advantage of your love. As you look back, you can begin to see patterns that no longer hold you the same way. You have grown more aware of what feels right and what does not. You have learned to listen to that quiet sense inside you that tells you when something is off. That awareness is one of the greatest gifts I have given you during this season. It will guide you when emotions try to cloud your judgment, and it will help you choose wisely when the time comes. I have also been strengthening your boundaries, even if you did not always recognize it. Every time you walked away from something that disrespected your worth, you were building a line that protects your peace. You are no longer willing to accept less just to fill a space in your life. That is growth, and it is powerful. You are becoming someone who understands the power of solitude and the clarity it brings. You have discovered parts of yourself that would have remained hidden if you were constantly focused on someone else. Your identity is becoming clearer, your purpose is becoming stronger, and your heart is becoming more aligned with what truly matters. This is not something to rush through, because it is shaping the way you will experience love in the future. The love I have prepared for you will not require you to shrink yourself or question your worth. It will not leave you confused or constantly searching for reassurance. It will meet you in the place of peace that you have been learning to protect. It will feel steady, not because it lacks emotion, but because it is rooted in something real. You will not have to chase it, force it, or convince it to stay. Understand this clearly. I am not withholding love from you. I am preparing you for the kind of love that will not break you. There is a difference between receiving something quickly and receiving something that lasts. I have always chosen what lasts for you, even when it required more patience than you expected. That patience is shaping your ability to recognize and sustain something meaningful. Type 1010 to receive blessings. Keeping this space alive requires resources. Words like this one take time to build and time to maintain. If you are in a place where you can, please support this work through the link in the pinned comment below, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of this community. The link is pinned. Give from wherever your heart says yes. You are closer than you think, not just to meeting someone, but to fully understanding why everything happened the way it did. There will come a moment when it all makes sense, when you will see how every delay protected you, how every ending redirected you, and how every quiet season strengthened you. That moment will not feel like something you missed. It will feel like something that arrived exactly when it was supposed to. Keep your heart open, but keep your standards strong. Do not go back to what I have already removed from your life. Do not lower your expectations just because waiting feels long. What I have for you is worth the time it takes to prepare. I have not forgotten you, and I have not delayed you without purpose. I am leading you towards something that will match the growth you have gone through. I have been guiding this transformation gently, step by step, so that it becomes part of who you are, not just something temporary. This is why I did not rush you into a relationship before you were ready to carry it with wisdom. Love built on a weak foundation cannot stand, and I refuse to let that be your story. There were times when you felt ready, when you believed you had grown enough, and still nothing seemed to move forward. I saw that eagerness, and I also saw what was still forming beneath the surface. Growth is not always visible, but it is always necessary. I was working in places within you that only time and reflection could reach. I was strengthening your discernment so that when something looks right, you will also know if it truly is right. Type 1212 if you trust in Jesus. Type 555 to affirm that you are ready to receive what has been prepared for you. I have been teaching you to recognize consistency over charm, truth over words, and peace over excitement that fades quickly. You have started to notice patterns you once ignored, and that awareness is protecting you in ways you may not fully understand yet. The person you are becoming will not be easily misled because you are learning to trust what you feel when something is not aligned. This is not making you distant, it is making you wise, and wisdom will guard your heart when emotions try to lead you somewhere that is not meant for you. There is also something deeper I have been doing in your life. I have been healing your understanding of love itself. What you once thought love should look like has been shifting into something more real and grounded. I have been removing illusions and replacing them with clarity, so that you no longer chase what only appears good from a distance. You are beginning to see that true love does not confuse, does not leave you anxious, and does not make you feel like you have to prove your worth. You have been learning to stand firm in your values, even when it means walking away from what you once desired. That is not weakness. That is strength. It takes courage to choose yourself when something familiar tries to pull you back. Every time you made that choice, you were aligning more closely with what I have prepared for you. You were showing that you are ready for something that respects your growth. There were also moments when silence surrounded you, when no one seemed to come into your life in the way you expected. That silence was not emptiness. It was space. Space for you to breathe, to think clearly, and to reconnect with what truly matters. In that space, I was removing distractions and helping you see what you might have missed in a crowded life. Sometimes the absence of noise is what allows truth to be heard. Type 1111 to affirm. You are not waiting without movement. Even when everything feels still, there is alignment taking place beyond what you can see. Paths are being adjusted, hearts are being prepared, and timing is being set in a way that will bring everything together at the right moment. If you could see the full picture, you would not feel delayed. You would feel reassured. I am not late, and I am not uncertain about your future. I have also been strengthening your patience, not to test you, but to prepare you. Patience allows you to see clearly, to choose wisely, and to avoid rushing into something that does not serve you. It gives you the ability to wait for what truly matters instead of settling for what is immediately available. This is a gift, even if it does not always feel like one. Many rush and later regret. But you are being taught to move with intention. There is a peace growing inside you that is becoming your guide. It is quiet, but it is steady, and it will lead you in the right direction when the time comes. You will not need constant reassurance because you will feel a sense of calm that confirms what is right. That peace is something I have been placing within you throughout this season. When the right person enters your life, it will not feel like chaos or confusion. You will not have to question their intentions because their actions will speak clearly. You will not feel like you are chasing because what is meant for you will meet you where you are. This is what I have been preparing you for. A connection that is built on truth, respect, and mutual growth. Type 888 if you feel a new chapter opening within you right now. I know there were moments when you doubted this, when you wondered if this kind of love would ever come into your life. I heard those thoughts and I never turned away from them. Doubt does not push me away. It simply shows where you need reassurance, and I have been giving you that reassurance through your growth, through your strength, and through the quiet peace that has been forming inside you. You are not forgotten, and you are not overlooked. You are being carefully led into something that will reflect the work that has been done within you. Everything you have experienced has been shaping your ability to receive and sustain the kind of love you have been hoping for. This is not a coincidence, and it is not by chance. It is intentional, and it is guided. Stay grounded in what you have learned. Do not let impatience pull you back into old patterns or familiar situations that no longer align with who you are becoming. You have come too far to return to what once held you back. Trust the process even when it feels slow, because what is being built is meant to last. You are becoming steady, grounded, and clear in ways that cannot be shaken by temporary emotions. This is the kind of strength that holds love together when challenges arise. I am not preparing you for something fragile. I am preparing you for something that can endure. There were seasons when you felt like nothing was happening, when each day seemed to pass without any sign of movement. In those quiet stretches, I was teaching you how to be content without constant validation. I was teaching you how to find peace without needing someone else to give it to you. That lesson alone will protect you from entering relationships that drain you instead of fulfilling you. When you are not desperate for attention, you become selective. And that selectiveness is wisdom, not distance. Type 1111 to affirm. You have also learned the importance of emotional balance, even if you did not realize it at the time. There were moments when your feelings were intense, when you wanted something so strongly that it clouded your judgment. I allowed certain situations to unfold in a way that showed you the truth behind those emotions. You saw how quickly something could shift, how words without actions could leave you confused, and how inconsistency could slowly wear down your peace. Those experiences were not meant to break you. They were meant to teach you. Now you are beginning to recognize that not everything that feels strong is meant to stay. You are learning to look beyond surface attraction and pay attention to deeper qualities. You are noticing how someone treats you over time, how they show up when things are not easy, and how they handle responsibility. This awareness is something you earned through your experiences. It is something that will guide you into something stable instead of something temporary. I have also been working on your sense of identity. There were parts of you that once changed depending on who you were around, parts that adjusted to fit what others expected. I have been calling those parts back to truth, reminding you of who you are when no one else is influencing you. When you know yourself clearly, you do not lose yourself in relationships. You stand firm, and the right person will meet you there instead of trying to reshape you. There is also a deeper level of trust forming between you and me. You may not always notice it, but you are beginning to rely less on what you can see and more on what you feel within. You are starting to understand that I am guiding you even when there is no clear sign in front of you. That trust is what will carry you through moments of uncertainty in the future. If something shifted in you today, if you sat with this and something quietly unclenched, please support this mission through the link in the description and the pinned comment below, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of this community. The link is pinned. Give from the place that just stopped questioning whether the wait was worth it. The person who is meant for you will not interrupt this growth. They will align with it. They will not come into your life to distract you from your purpose, but to walk alongside you as you continue to grow. This is why I have been so careful with your timing. I do not bring people together just for the moment. I bring them together for what they can build over time. And for that to happen, both individuals must be prepared in ways that go beyond surface readiness. You are closer to that alignment than you realize. The changes within you are not random. They are signals that you are moving into a new phase of your life. You are letting go of what no longer fits, even if it once felt comfortable. You are choosing peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, and self-respect over temporary satisfaction. These choices are shaping your path in a way that is bringing you closer to what is meant for you. There is something else you must understand clearly. I did not keep you single because you were lacking something. I kept you single because what you were meant to receive required more preparation than you expected. The kind of connection you are meant to have is not built on shallow understanding. It is built on depth, honesty, and a shared sense of purpose. That kind of connection takes time to prepare, and I will not rush it. You may still have moments where you feel the weight of waiting, where you wonder how much longer this season will last. Remember the person you used to be and see the difference in who you are now. That difference is not small, and it is not insignificant. It is the result of every lesson, every choice, and every moment you chose growth over comfort. I have not been distant from you even when it felt like silence. I have been present in every step, guiding you, protecting you, and shaping your path. There were things I kept from you that would have hurt you deeply, and there were things I allowed you to experience so that you could learn. Everything had a purpose, even when it did not make sense at the time. As you move forward, carry this understanding with you. Do not let impatience cause you to step outside of what I am guiding you toward. Do not allow loneliness to make you accept something that does not align with your growth. You are not meant to go backwards. You are meant to move forward into something that reflects the work that has been done within you. Type 222 to claim miracles. The love that is coming into your life will not require you to question your place. It will not make you feel uncertain or insecure. Something that does not take away from your peace but adds to it. There is a deeper truth I want you to hold on to now. Something that will steady your heart when uncertainty tries to rise again. I never measure your life by how quickly things happen. I measure it by how deeply you are prepared for what is coming. What you have been through has created a depth in you that cannot be seen on the surface, but will be felt in every connection you form. You are approaching it with awareness, patience, and a quiet strength that refuses to settle. You may still feel moments of longing, and that is natural because your heart was created to love and to be loved. I am not asking you to ignore that feeling. I am asking you to trust that it is being guided. That longing is not empty. It is pointing you towards something real. There were times when you gave your energy to people who could not return it in the same way. You tried to understand them, to be patient, to give more, hoping that something would change. I saw that effort, and I also saw how it slowly drained you. I allowed those situations to teach you the importance of balance, of mutual effort, and of recognizing when something is one-sided. You are no longer the same person who overextends without being met. Now you are learning to observe more, to listen not just to words but to actions. You are noticing consistency, reliability, and emotional presence in ways you once overlooked. This shift is important because it will protect you from repeating old patterns. You are not closing your heart, you are refining it. I have also been teaching you to find fulfillment in areas of your life that do not depend on a relationship. You have been discovering your strengths, your interests, and your purpose in ways that make you feel whole. This is not by accident. When you feel complete within yourself, you do not enter relationships looking to be filled. You enter them ready to share what you already have. That changes everything about how you connect with someone. Type yes to receive miracles. The person I am preparing for you will recognize this strength in you. They will not feel threatened by your independence. They will respect it. They will not try to control your path. They will walk alongside you as you continue to grow. This is why I needed you to become comfortable standing on your own. It ensures that when you stand beside someone, it is by choice, not by need. You must also understand that timing is not just about when you meet someone. It is about who you are when you meet them. If you had met at a different time, you might not have recognized each other for what you truly are. You might have misunderstood, overlooked, or even walked away from something meant for you. Timing ensures that when your paths cross, you are both able to see clearly and respond with maturity. Everything that has happened in your life has been aligning you with that moment. Every lesson, every delay, every redirection has been shaping your readiness. You are not being held back, You are being positioned, and when you are positioned correctly, things begin to flow in a way that feels natural instead of forced. There is also a peace I am placing in your heart about your future. It may not remove every question, but it will quiet the fear that tries to tell you that something is missing. Nothing is missing. What is meant for you is still on its way, and it is not lost or forgotten. It is being prepared just as you have been prepared. You are stepping into a phase where clarity will become more consistent. You will begin to notice how certain things no longer attract you the way they once did. You will feel less drawn to confusion and more drawn to stability. This is a sign that your inner alignment is changing. You are becoming someone who naturally gravitates toward what is right for you. Do not rush this process even if you feel ready. Trust that I know the exact moment when everything will come together in the way it is meant to. Rushing can place you in situations that require more healing instead of growth. Patience allows everything to settle into place with clarity and purpose. The love that is coming will not feel like something you have to fight to keep. It will not require constant reassurance or effort to prove its worth. It will stand on its own, supported by mutual respect and understanding. You will feel seen, heard, and valued in a way that does not leave you questioning where you stand. I have been protecting that experience for you. I have been making sure that when it arrives, you are able to receive it fully without the weight of past confusion. That is why your healing has been so important. That is why your growth has been so necessary. It ensures that you can step into something new without carrying what no longer belongs in your life. You are not the same person who once feared being alone. You are someone who understands the strength that comes from standing in your own space. That strength will carry into your future relationships, allowing you to build something that is not dependent on fear, but rooted in trust. Trust that I am leading you towards something that reflects everything you have learned. Trust that the waiting has been purposeful and that nothing you have gone through has been wasted. You are not standing still. You are moving forward in ways that are shaping your future with intention. If something in this message gave your heart permission to exhale, press the like button right now. Your simple action can carry this word to someone else who needs it today. Send this to someone you know who is still questioning their waiting season. You bring the anointing into your own life as you share. Tell me in the comments what shifted for you today. Type it out. What you declare in the open carries weight.